good evening, welcome. We are here for our third lovely episode. As you can see, some things have happened. Nothing that the players had any part in, at least not directly. But some things have happened. We're going to explore exactly what happened here in a few minutes. But I had to expand the map a little, so apologies if it feels a little empty. I wasn't expecting to have to do a parking lot, and then some rolls happened and some things went. Last time we were here, our Giovanni and a gargoyle took down some individuals, either through mental fuck you and go away, or through more literal fist through mouth, you can die now. And then our nun with a shotgun, not actually a nun, and our Slav with fire, aka a Slav thing, decided to come up this stairway, burn and shoot people very, very painfully. And we had the funny moment of, why are you on fire? And as one of the individuals tried to leave, they got utterly shredded by bullets. Lots and lots of bullets. And as we see, some other stuff has happened, which would have been quite literally the round right after the last part of last session. Now, I am going to close turn order this time. I forget I have 2 windows. We're going to close turn order, because we'll redo turn order if we need to. But I don't know if this will immediately be combat or not. Some people have moved, as Mr. Owens would have noted. Some people have moved around. One person looks to be incapacitated. 2 others are severely wounded here, it looks like. These 3 seem relatively fine. They got down right around the time you got down. And then everyone else seems to be modestly injured, though no one particularly devastated. To our lovely Cici and Zeno, I think we'll be starting with you, since we kind of had a lot of the action up front last session. So, Cici, Zeno, as you 2 are both huddled under the table and the gunfire has stopped and your ears are likely still ringing a little bit from all the, realization that these are not stone walls here. These are actually like, I guess it's kind of like a styrofoam. That fake rock stuff they use at museums is the only place I can think of. These got shredded, because they do not stop bullets. So there's material all around you, just dirty. You hear a few footsteps as someone approaches from me. And I will leave it to both of you.
Do I need... Who is it? Do I need to hit them?
No. It's okay. It's actually, I don't know that one.
You do actually know this one.
Wait, I lied. I do know this one.
You just might not recognize her by her heels.
That's fair. We'll peek out the table.
This is Helena Taylor. Now, you don't really interact with Helena all that much as your regent, because you also have this thing called the Pontifex, who is the grade above her, who makes her kind of redundant, so she ends up basically doing all the paperwork and a lot of the HR, for all, as much as the pyramid can have HR, within the chantry. However, compared to the Pontifex, she's actually immensely nice, and she's treats everyone within the chantry rather well. She doesn't hold the normal regent position of being almost like a very oversized caretaker who goes around and, tells you exactly what to do, when to be, and how to be.
Mom.
She instead sort of just moms everyone. She nurtures them. She ensures they are well taken care of, and if anyone needs anything, she tries to get it done. mostly because she has the leniency of not being that asshole that the Pontifex gets to be. That said, she is still quite a terrifying individual.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Give me a wits politics real quick. Actually, wits occult. Wits occult.
It's a cult.
Yes, difficulty 6.
Gotcha. If there's one thing I'm good at, it is wits occult.
Let's see that 0.
I'm gonna bite you. I got 4.
All right. Well,
My shorts.
you know 2 of the paths she's familiar with. One is outside of Path of Blood. You know she's terrifying mostly because she is proficient with the Lure of Flames, and
Oh,
she's also quite proficient with, ironically enough, weather control, which might prove useful here shortly.
yeah. Okay, yeah, well, we will poke our head up. Note her, poke our head back down. Oh, it's, the regent, Helena. She's nice. And then poke our head back up and wave at Helena.
Helena smiles and sort of dips down a little bit, looking under the table, eyeing you both with her golden eyes. It seems you took some really good advice. I think the gunfire's done for now. Would you like to go up?
Maybe. Cici, do you want to go up after your companion?
My sister, I'm not gonna be much gonna fight. She'll wave her hand in front of her face, but I also don't want to leave her here.
Hey, no worries. You can stay by me. And we'll tentatively go peek and see. Sorry. We'll take. Mm, we will observe the situation. And she'll gather her things and stand up, and then gently place a hand on Cici's arm to help her up and guide her. And we will probably go the same way Owen went, because if we go we know if we follow after Michael, there's probably gonna be violence in that direction.
Yes, violence. Lots and lots of violence. Violence is good, though.
Yeah, but we don't want to take Cici into
Oh, she'll be fine. Helena comes over and she sort of taps her feet a little louder. Well, her heels, I suppose, to note her approaching. Would help get Cici situated with you. I'm Helena Taylor, regent of the Tremere Chantry here. Let us head up to the front. We'll go this way. It looks like they have an interrogation going on over there.
Oh, who are they interrogating?
If I had to guess, it's one of the assailants this evening. It looks like Carmichael grabbed them. Currently has them staked on the floor.
Oh. Okay.
Gesturing over this way.
Yeah.
Right. Well, let us get moving then. And she will simply start. Step, 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 step.
We'll guide Cici along behind us.
You turn yourself.
It,
Get rotated.
Dear Owen, good sir. Owen, are you?
God, I need to turn you up. I can barely hear you, Nate. Barely hear you all tonight. Did somebody say something?
Yes, is your go, Mr.
There we
Owen.
go. There we go. Now you're clear. I don't know why everyone was coming in as a whisper on my end.
Whisper, whisper.
Alrighty.
We are approaching.
I would like to get the hell out of here. What do y'all think?
Yeah. Yeah.
I take it you're speaking to them, or are you speaking to the people directly in front of you?
I'm just speaking in general.
Ah. These two, who I will now reveal since, they're kind of in front of me. I keep forgetting I've got two windows open and need to swap between them. You have... Yep. He's the gentleman closest to the steps.
The
Nice,
fixer.
nice.
Hello, Mario. Where's Luigi?
No,
Go.
not that Mario.
Oh no, it's not to me.
Mm.
Ooh.
Bonnie. Oh, that's pretty. Oh, and Kira. Is Kira a Kiasid?
I don't know. You tell me.
I
We'll
guess.
find out.
They sort of pause as Bonnie was kind of like huddled, pushing Kiara towards the steps, and she pauses and looks back. Yeah, we're getting out of here. Cool as this place was, I think we're done for the night. Do you know if the front is clear?
I heard like there was some sort of ruckus up there, so they probably have it cleared by now, but it's best if we move quick. Just in case they decide to set the building on fire, too.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna guess this is Miss Field speaking. I'm gonna guess that we don't have to worry too much about fire.
I hope
Dmitri
not.
guy, he was the one using the fire, so I think we're good. That said,
Wonderful.
there was that machine gun fire. Let's maybe not go up there yet. I mean, you can. You're more than welcome to. I'm gonna sit right here. She's sort of like she has a pistol drawn, and it's like a 9mm, so it's nothing really scary. But probably scares most people who aren't kindred. It's just sort of leaning on the wall here.
Well, we're just gonna start slowly making our way towards the front. Gun drawn below.
All right.
We are going to stop at the table, and we'll plop our violin case on it, crack it open, and take it out, and then reclose the case, sling it back over our shoulder, and get our violin out, ready to cast spells.
All right.
Yeah, I just want that to be noted, that it is out, and I get my bonuses because I'm holding it.
That's fair.
Yeah, no, I'm sure everyone was like, oh, she's opening a violin case. Has she got a Tommy gun in there? Oh, it's an actual violin, huh? Okay.
We are not in the 1920s or 30s. Sorry. No, no.
She's from the
no
20s.
I mean, fair, but still. Alright. One sec. Need to respond to one thing I was being asked. Dmitri and Adina, I believe we'll go to you.
Okay. I believe I am currently nibbling on this person. I think I took
Yeah, you
three
brought
blood from them.
you brought him to the ground and you were like slurp, 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 slurp.
I'm grabbing this bitch.
Are you trying to not peek around the corner?
Yeah, we're just dragging her.
Okay, just give me a quick. Actually, how many? Dex stealth, but it's gonna be like diff 5 because you know.
I did.
Jesus.
I did it.
Jesus Christ. That is a 90% success rate. Congratulations. You managed to grab the body and she's light enough that you can just yank her back around the corner.
I'm gonna stop biting this individual. Do they seem pretty out of it, or is this, if I let this person go, are they probably good?
I forgot to move this guy out here. One moment. Then we'll answer your question. Dear gangbanger, let's see how good you are this exact. He is not good. He is slowly withering away. His blood pressure is falling rapidly.
Okay. We'll drop him, assuming the gun he had, question mark, is nearby. It's the, like, as we're walking towards the door, where it's that put your foot on it, slide it about as hard as you can away, so, like, kick it, this way. And then it's the glance at... Oh, I keep forgetting your name.
Adina?
Adina. If you keep her alive, I can get information out of her. Kind of says as he, like, walks up, kind of peeks around the corner.
I mean, you see what you see.
I mean, are these guys... So who are these? What do these guys look like?
They're paramilitary of some sorts.
Do they look like they're pointing guns at the building?
So...
Do they look like they're pointing them at my people?
Here, let me... That is your big Humvee. And you see how it's that machine gun on the side? The machine gun's pointed at the building. All of them are. However, these guys are all pointing that way and are taking cover in that direction.
Well...
If that makes sense.
Yeah, that does make sense, and that also indicates to me that this fighting isn't done. So,
No one's currently shooting, as there is a lot of dead people out here. It seems your guys might have gotten the surprise on them.
I mean, that's cool. There's still, I guess, so all the machine guns are pointed at, so I can see this guy, these two people, that guy. I don't know. This to me is. Do I see which truck is being reloaded, considering I know that I didn't understand it, but
none of them are currently being reloaded. They are all left empty at this exact moment. It seems they either thought that whatever they did was enough, and now that they don't have easy access to the machine guns, they're leaving them sit there and they're trying to figure out how to tactfully deal with this situation.
Alright. Well, this is gonna be one of those situations where cars start exploding randomly, because this is still a hostile situation, so... this car.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to read this power to you again. Combust.
Blow me up.
For every success on the activation roll, the target suffers 1 aggravated damage. This attack may be dodged but not blocked. It can affect living or non-living beings at +2 difficulty. Blah, 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 whatever. But the target bursts into spontaneous flame is the effect. So,
Yep.
the target being the entire vehicle. At diff 5, because it is not a living or unliving being. Kaboom.
Adina.
Damn, y'all.
I do have a Koldunic sorcery specialty called Koldunic, or Onical, which is what that rolled, so 5.
Adina, meanwhile, goes and grabs some of the wood shrapnel that's come off this from the machine gun fire and smacks it straight into smacks it right into this woman's chest, with little effort, mind you. Dmitri, you pew pew at that, and you watch as it doesn't explode like, in the movies. The car doesn't, suddenly turn into a giant ball of fire. But the entire thing does suddenly light on fire, which does cause Homeboy to step out. As they try to find new cover. Big X over that, because that's basically not usable now. As you hear, yelling and crying out for, hey, this shit's on fire.
Understandable. Have a nice day.
Why is it on fire?
Yeah, I mean, them being out in the open now, like,
yes, give me just
I feel like...
Calm down.
Yeah, even if the car doesn't explode, all it takes is, a car suddenly being on fire. Being next to a bonfire isn't a good time for anybody. So...
Indeed! Especially vampires.
Correct. That first guy was waking up. He was sleepy. Sleepy boy.
No, first guy saw the car on fire was like, why the fuck is that car on fire?
Why are you on fire?
Bang one. Should probably label that so I know what the fuck I'm doing. Other homeboy, fucking... What is that, 5 extra successes? So... Damn. It's only 3 extra. Five, 2, 1. So you watch as that guy comes out. As where are you? There you are. That guy came out. Basically tried to cross over. There was another guy with him who got here first, and as soon as this guy gets within, 3 feet of getting to cover, you just hear a brah, brah, brah. One from there, and they just light him up, and you watch his body, like, stagger as he's still in with momentum, and then slams into his Humvee and drops to the ground.
Follow-up questions. What guns do these guys have?
Which guys?
They look like assault rifles. The guys that aren't mine. Sorry, I'm trying to find the picture of them. Oh, yeah, just these
I
guys.
might not have revealed them to you. I have not. There you go.
Okay. So, assault rifles. Alright. Well, it's time for things to happen, I suppose. So then we're just gonna...
Hold. Not you already blew something up. Calm down.
Yeah, except that I still could move.
Okay,
I moved
where are
3
you
square.
moving, Mr. Moon?
Literally stepping out of the front door. Like this.
Terrifying.
A reminder that I look like some weird stone flesh amalgamation thing.
You are a giant golem, yes, that makes fire appear somehow. Julian!
That's a me.
Dear Julian. You heard more explosions, you heard more gunfire, but it seems not to be aimed at the building at this point.
And based on the pregame announcement, is that still accurate data?
Let me double check, make sure that my words are accurate. Yes, it is.
Okay. So this sounds like a bigger problem that is still not Julian Dunser's problem. We're gonna, try to just push our way through the veil and just leave this temporal mortal shit to people that don't have shortcuts and try and step sideways into the Shadowlands.
All right. I believe you do you have to roll to go.
Nope, I just got to spend a willpower. That's it.
That's it. Okay, that's right.
Step sideways.
And as you, good sir, step sideways, your body becoming very ethereal for just a second before you vanish entirely from people's view, you start to see a lot of, well, the corpses, but, things trying to leave the corpses. Put a little We'll put that on you.
Well, things trying to leave the corpses sounds about right. They just died.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna crawl out, go into their little fucking cocoons, and, do their thing for the next 2 to 30 days. And if I wasn't more worried about, getting my ass to safety, we might actually take the time to take some of these budding eggs. But, fire's bad.
Fire is bad.
Fire is friend, not food.
Walk around the corner, take a look at the shit going on from the Shadowlands into the Skinlands, and be like, I'm glad I'm not there.
That's a lot of dead bodies. A lot of dead bodies. And you see, let me scroll over. I keep forgetting I can't just do things on the PM side of things. I have to show everyone. See your good friend Pal over there, who's kind of observing things. He's got your ghostly patrons. Throw those.
My squad.
Your girl squad, yes.
Yeah, okay. I don't see an exploded van, so I assume my driver was smart enough to get the fuck out of here.
Yes.
Okay. Good.
You were parked generally over here, and now they are gone. But it doesn't look like there was any. There's no like ripped metal. There's no shell casings over here. They probably just booked it for the time being.
Reasonable, yeah.
I mean, they might not have been scared per se, but you see 3 Humvees with machine guns roll up. You don't really question it.
One of which is now, why is that truck on fire?
I am so glad I'm not on the Skinlands right now. That still looks spooky right there. Yeah, that's us. Stepping sideways and walking out of the building.
Alright, back to half-blind trio. Dear Cici, dear Zeno.
And for a trio, it's 1/3.
Yes, I do. Math wasn't my strong suit, alright?
Yeah, I mean, unless the regent has any other suggestion, I'd say we're probably gonna just follow Owen.
Yep, she's gonna just pop over here. She seems more than fine to let other people sort of decide what they want to do.
Okay, fair.
So she's not trying to boss you around or anything. She just wanted to make sure that you, a fellow from the pyramid, was fine and not in fact dead.
These guys are just down, right?
They're currently looking to their wounds and checking out their buddy over here, who is quite dead.
Ooh. Okay.
So.
Well, I realize that there's not really anything I can do anyways, because I don't have that kind of magic. So yeah, we'll just keep heading this way.
Mario steps back. These two sort of step up. She steps back around the corner to give you access that way. And we will now add Owen to our party. Dear Owen, are you going to be leading the ladies up the stairs?
We're trying to get the fuck out of here.
Alright, feel free to move up.
Yeah, that seems like a good idea. We'll follow after.
This gentleman unconscious? Or...
He is on the ground with Give me perception alertness, please. Difficulty 7. That's man.
Perception, difficulty, save.
You two can roll as well. Well, I guess Cici. Cici could. Cici could.
Look for like aura, I guess.
Yeah.
They could also just be listening.
Yeah, that's fair. I got a 3.
Cici, are you going to roll or no? You don't have to.
I was just trying to get to the page.
You could. So, Owen, you take a glance at this man. He's probably dead. He's very dead. Zeno and Cici, you look at this man. Well, Zeno does. Cici, you're listening, and you can hear the faintest of breathing from this man. He's on the verge of death, but he's not quite dead yet. Isidora, you can see the very faint lift and fall of his chest. It is maybe micrometers that are moving at that point, but he still seems to be alive, if just barely. If left alone, he will likely expire on his own.
He's breathing, so he's not kindred. Can we see any noticeable specific wounds? I suppose. Like, what does he have? Like a big hole in his chest, or
No, he's
perhaps
just
a chomp
really.
on his neck?
He's really pale.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. We'll leave.
Owen's gonna reach down and pick up any rifle he was carrying.
He only had a bat.
Oh, perfect. Picking up a bat.
Alright. You have a bat, and as you look it over, you realize that the end of it has, like, a band around it with dulled spikes on that band, and they are indeed metal.
What a crude thing.
It's
What
not
is
made
this, some
for-
sort of Mad Max extra?
Very well it could have been.
Is he one of the guys that attacked?
Has to be.
I would assume, since he's over here and I didn't see anyone looking like him in the theater, and he is dying with no obvious wounds, I'm gonna take a guess that was someone had a snack. And probably just gonna leave him be, cause he attacked the theater, and that's kind of messed up. So I'm gonna just leave it to fate.
I mean, it's probably better to hand him back, right? I mean, let him out of his misery. There has to be someone who could use the vitae.
I don't know, have any of you blood buffed?
Yes.
I did blood buff my dex, so I can move.
Well, you could take the last of his blood if you wanted, but I think the three of you are the human link to all this, so that might not be ideal.
Yeah, no,
She
I'm
definitely
passively
meant the other
medicated.
vampires. Yeah. She's assuming someone got shot up in the fight, so she means hand them back, not for us.
Yeah.
Owen is gonna reach into his mouth and prick his finger on one of his fangs. Put the blood in.
Oh?
The almost comatose immortal. Take it in his mouth. That's the best you get, little buddy. If you wake up from that, you're God's favorite. My conscience is clear. I'll just walk away at that point.
Alright, spend your blood, good sir. And Adina, Dmitri, I believe we are moving to you two. Yes, indeed. Adina, you did notice that this gargoyle has stepped up and sort of taken cover right here. I can't, just because of how I placed this, I can't really put him there. But assume he is like at the edge, kind of watching you as well.
Oh, assuming since he didn't attack me, he is friend-shaped.
Yeah.
We're gonna step outside as well.
All right.
As you
and
Go ahead.
Dimitri step out, these guys do sort of notice you, and they raise their rifles and prepare to fire, but they are sort of muttering. It sounds like.
Oh, good. Well, it sucks to suck, dog. That's a shame, but it's all I needed. That's a lot of ones.
Jesus Christ, that is indeed quite a few ones.
Obviously, as she steps out, because free action speaky, in Russian, it's the, yell really loud. The redhead is on our side, so my guys don't fucking light her up.
All right.
Turn off these ones.
What are you?
Because I don't think we can get these guys
What are you using?
without a machine blitz.
Oh.
You can turn. You can affect any machine more
Yes.
complicated than a rope and pulley. Which also would disable the Humvee.
That's fine. Do you have to roll? I don't believe that was your roll. Is it? Is it just one success for one?
It doesn't say. It doesn't say how many successes it needs.
It
just-
if you have them on the ability.
What was that?
I do.
Oh, I was just saying post rules, but please don't high fire takes effect.
I don't know. I didn't copy the system section of it too.
Yeah, so as long as she concentrates, none of their complex machinery doesn't work. One success is all needed. And the talisman avoids the rusted metal requirement.
I mean, we just have ritual components in our bag. That's why our bag's a fucking nightmare. But we don't need.
That's weird.
Most
It
of them.
really doesn't say like. There's not even like a range limit on this.
Nope.
The fuck.
And they just turn off. They don't even know why. They think that their guns are jammed.
I would imagine that it's probably line of sight. This reads like a line of sight in terms
I
of
agree.
range.
Yeah. So, you watch as this car, which had its high beams on, which I now need to get rid of. Boop. Doesn't really change anything. It changed like half a square of something because all the rest have high beams on as well. But its high beams go off, and the engine stalls and then dies. And all the guys kind of pause, look at the truck, and then look back, and then go to take aim, and you just hear sort of a click, 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 click as they look at their various guns and like try to figure out what the fuck is going on. Because all of them jammed, not just one of them, all of them.
Yeah.
Dear Dmitri, you watch as that car turns off, and you watch as these guys all panic trying to aim and fire, and they are not aiming and firing. Well, they're aiming and their guns are jamming.
We move to there, and then I fuck my camera, apparently. In Russian, he just yells, points at this truck, and says, "Kill the men, take the truck." And then, only move 6 there. Double move is full turn, right? I can't do
Mhm.
anything.
Correct.
What if I double move into a tackle?
I'd have you roll for it.
I mean, yeah. I was assuming I didn't. I was assuming I didn't get the tackle for free. It was more the.
I would let you do a running tackle.
All right, we do it. I assume Dex Athletics, or is it Dex Brawl? I don't know.
Dex Athletics, because you're trying to launch yourself at them.
It doesn't change the roll for me.
Giant rock man runs at local soldier. What did you get? One whole success, dear local soldier.
I did.
He's actually not a local soldier, so I guess it's a misnomer. This is gonna suck for you, buddy. I'm sorry. Oh! It sucks a little less. Wow. Wow.
Yeah, I don't know how tackle rolls work. I don't know if it's a opposing roll or if I roll strength. What? This is my.
It would be strength to hold the grapple. But that was him dodging. So you go to grab him, and he manages to pull himself, right up against the truck to avoid your hands. But I mean, you're still in his face. Alas, you did not get the hold on him.
Unblinking eyes and animalistic grin from the rock man. Get intimidated, bitch boy.
God bless. All right. Dear
And that's
Julian.
it for me.
Oh boy, this looks spooky for people that aren't Julian Dunstern. Nana. Xavier. Girls. Do you want to watch this? Or are we getting out of here?
I mean, it's new friends, right?
Yeah. Or it could be just watching a massacre.
Yeah, new friends, right? He sort of gestures to all the dead bodies and the things crawling out of them.
Or, I mean, if you need a meat suit right now.
I never fancied myself a guy who took orders very well, but if one of these isn't too torn up by the end of this, I wouldn't mind.
Alright, we'll stay and watch a little longer.
Plus, it comes with body armor and guns.
Yeah.
You could go for that. Yeah. Plus, I think my backer guy might be dead after all this. Oh yes. The city's on fire. I don't know if you can smell that, but there's a lot. There is a lot, and I don't know how it is on the Skinland side quite yet, but I assume it's pouring there too.
Was it pouring rain?
Oh yes,
I can see on both sides.
It is pouring rain. To the degree where this thing's still on fire, but you can hear the sizzling of the rain on it, and it's just like, shh, it probably won't stay on fire for too much longer.
Well, yeah. Hey, what?
I'm listening.
So look around for any of these bodies right here. See if there's one useful for you. Otherwise, pick one out from the still standing.
Yeah. I already looked at most of these. Those ones got torn up by the hobo there. Those guys got riddled with fucking bullets. These guys got riddled with fucking bullets. Some of them don't even have heads anymore. Those guys are they're good. It was fun to watch them just hide behind and pop out and pop 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 pop. Honestly, that one, he sort of leans past the burning car, which is weird because the fire's burning like in slow motion for you, which is kind of interesting. That one right there, that one's a good one.
All right, give me a minute. That's me for my turn, though. I double move.
Dear soldiers, paramilitary soldiers. Duty. 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 And this one, right here, starts taking pot shots in this general direction. He doesn't even seem to be aiming, he's more just suppressing them there, as the other three are trying to round about here. Oh, here I am pointing with the wrong point again. He is suppressing these, while these three are trying to go around the back, it seems. Alright, back to our indoor people. You do have these two who are coming along with you. It seems that Helen has stayed back for now, but these two are sort of coming along. How's it look up there? It says one from that one. This one from the back to you, Mr. Owen.
Looks like a bad end of a Black Friday rush.
Oof.
That's a lot more dead bodies than normal Black Friday rushes, I think.
You've never been to a Walmart on Black Friday, have you?
No, I've
Practically
got a guy
primitive.
for that.
Good.
That lady is staked, just for the record.
Staked, you say?
That one's staked. That one's very dead. That one's also very dead. This one looks to be in the process of dying. He is taken a shot to the back, and it is bleeding everywhere, as well as his throat.
Let's scoot up here. Cici. Is she familiar?
Nope.
I don't know her?
Nope.
Cool. We will leave her staked then. Well, there's been some stakings, which is, I don't know if that's good or bad. Bad because, you know, someone knows how to stop us, but also good because it means at least it's kindred that's attacking us.
If you call that good news. We're
Well,
gonna
It's better
kneel
than
over.
hunters.
We're gonna
As
kneel
far
over
as-
the.
As far as I know, it's the Sabbat, but that's all I've heard. It could be a lie. I don't think so, though.
One of y'all come do this gentleman a favor. Drain what's left of him, so I may die in peace.
As you say that,
I would, but
this gentleman has sort of swung his way around across the doorways. I was trying to think
Lobby.
what the fuck do you call those passages?
Oh, Michael. I'm glad you're okay. We will scoot up, kind of scurry up there.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
assume.
and but
I assume you've probably expended some blood if you want. She'll just gesture at the corpse, kind of like,
well, he's not quite dead. And Owen will kind of pet the man's hair, try to give him a little bit of comfort. It's all right now.
Oh, he's very
Just
unconscious.
Oh, good. Okay. I thought he was bleeding out and still alive,
No.
or
He
still
is just
conscious.
he is very unconscious. Michael,
I would also.
go ahead.
I just wanted to point out that because I was the one that bit him on the neck, it's very clear. Like I didn't close up the bite,
Yeah,
so that's the neck wound. It's pretty obvious what happened there.
I see. It's torn open.
Michael nods to Zeno. Yeah, I'll take care of him. Don't worry. I don't advise going outside quite yet. The redhead with a shotgun and the tall Slav is taking care of everything outside. Mr. Duncern vanished at some point. I assume he's using some sort of obfuscate.
okay.
And with that, he will lean down, grab this man, and attach his own mouth to where that hole was ripped open and just start guzzling.
Alrighty then. Great. Okay. Well, I suppose we can wait until it's safer outside. Here. Do you know who's attacking the theater?
Michael will shrug and gesture to the statue behind him, taking a moment to swallow and then look at you both, or look at you three. I'm going to assume the Black Hand, given the amount of kindred that were involved here.
Oh. Righty. That's something. Great. Cool. So they attacked the theater. And it's storming outside. And cool. Cool. Good. This is all great.
At this point, even with the heavy rounds outside, the three of you can definitely smell fire or smoke from the distance. It's not terribly strong, but you do have a scent for it, and you doubt it's just the fire that you have seen thus far.
Have the Sabbat been setting the fires?
How would you know?
I was asking Michael.
The fire's the smoke is wafting in. It's not like it's right outside.
Yeah, well, I don't know where he's been. I just assume he might know.
He's
He
been in
can shrug
here.
if he doesn't know.
You literally sent him to go fight with Julian.
Yeah, well, I don't know if their fight took them outside. I don't know. I wasn't there.
He kind of looks at you and raises his brow and shrugs. I've not been outside yet since you sent me out there. I'm going to assume yes. And if that's the case, then there's a lot of Sabbat in the city.
Great. That's fantastic. Righty.
He'll give a glance to you three briefly and finish his meal. Adina, you did your machine blitz.
Yeah.
Are you about to do your shotgun blitz next?
Yeah, buddy. Gonna do both of these guys with the last 2 bullets in our clip. We don't need to move because they're in radius. I just checked. It's 15 feet. Or 15 meters.
Alright. That guy first, I assume?
Yep.
Fire away.
Pew! Pew!
Jesus Christ! Alright, add 6 to your damage. Fuck.
I was gonna laugh really hard if your pet ghosty, Jay, if their preferred body got liquefied by a shotgun blast.
Well,
Sorry, friends. Sorry. And then again, more
hold
passion.
Hold up. These guys have fucking body armor on. Calm down.
I mean, I'm still gonna shoot the other one, whether this one goes down or not.
That's fair. Oof!
A lot of good. A lot of good that did you, buddy.
Shh. I think it still blocks a minimum, but no. Yeah. So, Homeboy takes a solid 5? Surprisingly, not dead. Just very unconscious.
That's all we need.
You don't have a dex specialty, right?
I don't have a dex specialty.
One it is.
One it is.
You heal him.
I mean, mid 1 damage.
You shoot him with a heal bullet.
Ah, nice.
Well, you do one.
Yeah!
You hit him. You did it.
Mid 1 damage. Let's
So-
go.
You watch as you lift your shotgun and, fire away. And this guy takes it straight to the chest and just flops against the Humvee and slides down. And,
The guy was on the other side. It's not my fault.
and then you fire again. And that guy, he had just enough cover that most of your shot hits off the truck, hits off the Humvee. And, some of it catches his arm, but he seems more or less fine. Dmitri?
And then we reload.
We're gonna punch this guy right next to us so hard in the stomach that his bones literally move. And by that, I mean we're gonna
Dex brawl?
bonecraft them as an attack. Well, bonecraft specifically says, vampire must spend a blah blah blah. Vampire must spend a blood point, make a strength medicine roll. Difficulties as above. Bonecraft may be used without the flesh crafting arts, such as an offensive weapon. Each success scored on the strength medicine roll, diff 7, inflicts 1 level of lethal damage.
Pretty sure
do
you
I
still
have-
have to touch them. which I
Okay.
think is covered in the first power, since they sort of stack on top of each other. Which is just a dex roll, as far as I remember. It,
Okay. We're gonna try again.
Alright.
We're gonna spend a willpower on this one.
You got 3! And then, what was the... Was it a roll for...
Yeah, it's strength medicine, but I have body crafts.
Okay, so diff
Which
5.
are you? Well, it's diff 7 normally. So
Okay, so diff 6.
I think it reduces it by 1. And I have a specialty in bodycraft called modifications. I would argue this is a modification.
It is a modification. It's a painful modification, but it's a modification nonetheless.
So 6 lethal.
So, Dmitri, you reach out and you basically grab... Because you're not actually moving these with your hand. They're moving of your will, I guess? In this case? Is that how it was described, or how is it described in the power?
I'm sorry, what was the question? I didn't hear
How
what
is your
you said.
power described?
It just says, as his bones rip, puncture, and slice their way out of his skin. It also has
Gotcha.
A vampire who scores 5 or more successes on the strength medicine roll may cause a rival vampire's rib cage to curl inward and pierce the heart. Obviously, this person isn't a vampire, but
That's still pretty cool. So
yeah,
you basically push your hand into this person's chest briefly, and you watch as his eyes behind his mask sort of go wide. You hear the cracking of bones as they all turn inward on themselves and then curl back out and just start tearing through him. His hands, the phalanges, start to twist and turn like little dice inside flesh sockets, and they start ripping through, no longer connected to the joints. His spinal cord starts to twist and slither and snake, and you watch his eye sockets sort of pull back as if his skull is trying to rip upward out of his body, and blood starts to pool from his eyes. And the man basically falls over convulsing as bones continue to morph and split and twist in and out.
turn to the next guy. We want to try
Diff
again.
8?
Well, we could touch the guy, but we can't. We can only use
Oh, that's fair.
abilities once around. So it's just the turn with the like. You are not prepared for what I will do to you if you do not surrender.
That's fair, that's fair. Go ahead and give me charisma intimidation, good sir.
Check my merits and see if I have anything beneficial. I don't. Okay.
Yeah, I didn't think you took anything for that.
What is
Just
it?
diff 6.
Manipulation and
charisma intimidation.
Whiz?
Yeah. You're charismatic even when you're tearing people apart.
Div 6, he said?
Yep, just diff 6. Alright. Dear custodies. At least for these two. We will roll. One of them has balls of steel! We'll figure out which one that is next turn. And for the record, they have drawn like combat knives at this point, ready to try and gut you.
Yeah.
Oh wait, that third one was also watching. He also has balls of steel. Good to know. Julian!
All right, girls, I want you to snatch that one. Xavier, follow them.
Whoop, 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 whoop.
Only one of them needs to make a success on this.
What are they rolling?
They're rolling their willpower for what is effectively movement of the mind.
Oh god. Okay, alright.
One. Okay, yep, okay.
So what are they doing? Levitating him?
Yeah, pure telekinesis. They're just going to yank this boy off into the darkness. As we're going to do a snatch and grab for this corpse. Or this soon-to-be corpse.
Oh god. Okay. And we're just taking him off the map, essentially, yes?
Yeah, we're going to totally off-screen this. maybe behind this burning vehicle, since we don't need to be on the skin side to do it. So I'll put myself right here to step on screen in like 2 turns.
Alright! Bada-boop. Jesus Christ. Bang, 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 bang. He comes up. He does the same thing. Bang, 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 bang. He comes up. He does the same thing.
I need to pay that guy more.
So these two guys like come up and flank him and just like like they take some pot shots at him because he's still kind of an awkward angle to shoot at from here. This guy comes up, slides down, leans over, takes aim while he's distracted and just unloads on this man. And you watch as he goes from like, slumped against the truck looking around trying to figure out what the fuck is going on to suddenly he took a shotgun shell from way over here, and then these guys just shred this man into oblivion. The poor bastard. And he's dead. That leaves just the guys who basically have combat knives. This guy's just gonna try and book it. This guy, while not scared and has balls of steel, kind of looks around and sees that most of their guys are dead. So he's also going to book it. Homeboy, who's terrified, is going to jump in the Humvee and try to get it started again.
Do I get an attack of opportunity?
A what?
Those don't exist in this. What do you mean?
I feel like people moving out of your range. Okay. If they don't exist, they don't exist, I guess.
Yeah, they don't.
right. Alright, Dmitri, what do you want to do to this poor bastard who's desperately trying to get this fucking thing started?
Is it? Am I on the driver's side? I assume.
Yes, we will assume you're on
Like
the
because
driver's side.
the car is facing this way, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll just try to grab him, I guess.
He can't really move in the seat he's in. You grab him.
We'll just. Mhm. Sorry, I'm thinking.
Oh, yeah. Do you need a minute?
Well, I mean, we'll just yank him, kind of, towards us. And I guess we'll just bone quaft him. Hopefully not to the point where he gets stuck in the car, but as we pull him out of the car.
So you pull him out and you try to
Make him unalive.
Okay. Give me that roll.
5 success. Which is again enough to heart puncture.
Much like the man before, you watch as his body curls in on itself as you yank him out and probably toss him to the ground, and he sits there spasming as his bones are literally trying to claw out of his body. It's the whole how do skeletons see you? It's your skeleton talking to them. Yours is trying to get free moment.
Mm-hmm.
As it just splits and tears and rips.
I would like to move and speak if I am allowed to do that.
Depends on what you're moving.
I would just take basically 2 steps back to where I was, and then in Russian, it's the one of you take the wounded in the truck back to home.
One
Rest of you on me.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Boop. 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 Adina! You've cleaned up shop. Did Adina step in? She probably did.
Megan? You're muted.
No, my headphone's dying.
Can you plug it in?
It was plugged in. It just didn't want to communicate.
Oh, got you.
It's dying. I mean, is that everything? Is everything dead?
Everything that was shooting at you or wanted to shoot at you is dead.
Oh, gonna go find our sister.
You do see this guy, this guy here, sort of like arm under the other guy, you know, hand on his shoulder and helping him in. It looks like he took a few shots. He's alive now. And your sister is just around the corner, which I will then leave to you four. Talk away.
Wow. How is it going out there?
Oh, it's pretty much done. Are you okay, Cici?
Better now that I can know you're safe. What's
Michael
the
over.
chances we can get home?
Michael drops the body he was finishing draining, looking at Cici, and then looking at Adina, and then kind of glancing outside a little bit. I'm going to guess rather low right now.
Yeah, pretty much. I just wanted to make sure Cici is okay. I'm gonna go be a monster now. Okay, bye.
Sorry, what?
We're gonna go drink some people dry. We're very low.
I mean, I guess the casualness of I'm gonna be a monster now.
I actually need to roll self-control. I am low enough.
Give me that self-control roll. How low are you? You're good.
Oh.
You're fine.
We gotta roll again. Need 5 successes to not frenzy. I had 4 blood. Once more with passion. Nice. Okay.
You're good.
We're just gonna kill this man now.
Oh, they're all very, very, very dead. But you could probably go through a few of them and get 6 blood out of it.
Nice.
You could probably go for more if you really needed to.
I mean, we're gonna top off. Blood buffing is expensive.
Yes, it is. Whoosh. Whoosh. Dimitri's men look to be confiscating those 2 Humvees. And they are outie.
Assuming people inside want to talk, Dmitri would enter back in with 2 armed goons behind him.
2 armed goons.
Wonderful.
And
that
Owen,
seems
your
great.
guys did walk in, by the way. I don't know if you saw that.
Oh, good. I did not. We're actually just about to go. We're gonna go greet Mr. Callahan and Gary.
Mr. Callahan was sort of shoulder shuffling Gary into the into the room. It seems Gary took a pretty nasty shot to the shoulder. There's Gary.
Damn.
Mr. Callahan was claims he managed to get them into cover. Oh, here. Boss.
Good word.
Gary's shoulder's pretty fucked up.
I'll make sure to get a look at. Are you hit at all?
Few bruises tomorrow, but I'll be fine. We were apparently a good distraction. Kept the whatever the fuck those guys were focused on us for just long enough for those guys. Thumbs his way over at the 2 soldiers to fire back off at the other forces, and then the hobo came out, and that was a whole thing, and then it's that entire past minute or 2 was just chaos. We're good. I think Gary won't shut the fuck up. Gary, who is sitting there groaning and holding his shoulder. His shoulder's pretty fucked up. He doesn't look like he can actually move his arm right now, but he's also Gould, so he might be just hamming it up.
We're gonna prick our actually probably gonna bite into our wrist and give Gary some blood to help him start healing that.
Thanks. Thanks. Yeah, this shit hurts, boss.
It's
Mr.
all right,
Adams.
Gary. It's all right. Thank you for helping my associates out. They're rather valuable employees.
Dmitri kind of like chin flicks over at Gary. I can stop the bleeding if you would like.
If you wouldn't mind, please, I would be much obliged.
And then it's the two soldiers with him. He points at the staked individual, swaps to Russian. Make sure the stake doesn't move. Secure it with tape if required. Load her in the SUV. And then it's a step.
They head over and they pull out a little bit of duct tape and they pull out some twine, and basically they tie it to her chest so it cannot come out without someone ripping it out.
And then we're gonna... I think this is just a flesh crafting roll, right? It's not gonna heal him, it's just so he doesn't fucking bleed anymore.
Yeah.
This may feel uncomfortable.
I'm hoping with a little bit of the blood that'll help numb the pain.
Look at the... Cool. Yeah. Would you say this is just a diff 6 base?
Yeah, just base diff 6. It's not like a nasty wound, it's just a nasty wound for a gunshot. Because it's right into the shoulder cuff.
Well, I have a specialty, so that's one success.
Proceed to, sort of
basically
rub
just
your hand over it like it were clay.
It's like wiping off like marker off a board. He basically just like kind of pushes a little bit and just rubs with the thumb to like spread the skin over it.
Much obliged.
You are welcome. I would advise any who are still in the building move to leave. If they can send 3 trucks to this location. He kind of shrugs, looks outside. They dedicated significant resources to this location. They will likely commit more.
Wonderful. Mr. O'Callahan, there's a gentleman passed out around the corner at the counter there. Please secure and detain him. I will have questions for him later.
Alright, boss. Just, no more military units today, right?
Nope. Well, I hope not.
Yes. Sort of says as he steps by the two ladies and eyes Kiara for just a moment, quizzically, before stepping further on. None of you have left that scene yet, so it's not kicked in yet. It's just kind of funny. This has all been more or less one scene. Military guys finish patching her up, grab her, and take her outside to the the fuck? Hello? Game? Weird. There we go. Take her to the SUV. The SUV, by the way, we're still functional. Does have a lot of bullet holes in it.
It did its job. It's fine. It's just something for Kiro to work on.
Right?
What were the... What was the damage inside? Those in the theater?
Zeno?
Oh, they got the projector, sorry, the projector, and a lot of the just damage to furniture, mostly just, the stray bullets coming through the walls, but there was one dead that I saw, and quite a few more injured, but they all seem to be tending to each other. That's what I got.
Assume that if your place of residence is publicly known to any other kindred in the city, it will be under attack. I advise secondary locations.
Okay. Shit.
If these people lining up at the walls are trying to get past, he doesn't get in
Oh
their
no.
way.
They're just lining up at the wall. They're just sort of leaning there and listening in. It seems like they're at least curious as to what's going on, and maybe one of you will have answers.
Do they look like they're waiting for answers?
More or less, yeah. They kind of like they're just looking at whoever's talking, and you definitely have their attention as you are talking.
You were saying something too.
Mostly just I suppose that leaves the chantry out of the question. uh,
If there is one place that likely hasn't fallen, it is likely the Tremere Chantry, but that does not mean that there won't be those waiting to catch people fleeing there.
Or heading back, yeah.
If I may, it may seem like an odd choice, but my family does own a number of commercial establishments here in the city. And the last place I think our Sabat friends will be looking for vampires will be in a grocery store.
That is a little ironic for us to hide out in a grocery store during the apocalypse, but sure.
I've also considered investing in a tan bed location for the little touch of irony. Don't know how that'll look on the 401k, but you know.
Mm-hmm.
What security detail do you have, Mr. Adams?
Mostly just Mr. O'Callahan there, and rent a cop security guards for locations. I'm not exactly well invested in armed security like yourself.
Dmitri pulls out a card, kind of flicks it between his fingers, offers it over. Send me your address. I will have a crate of weapons delivered. It will not come with personnel. We will sort payment at a later time.
Owen will pull out his own card and swap. On the back will be his address, both personal and professional. You just send me the bill.
You know, it's his card most notably is just a pager number. It has no other information on it.
That is all we need. We appreciate it.
Pockets the card, looks to the people that seem to be waiting. If you are ill-informed, this is an attack that has been coming for a time by those that call themselves the Sabat. They are, for all intents and purposes, the enemy of your Camarilla and the enemy of what most would consider. He kind of seems to pause as he turns and looks to Julian as he enters. They are the enemy. They are here to kill you, turn you, or eat you. All of those things are less than ideal. If you do not know how to protect yourself, find someone who can, because you are going to need it. The storm has arrived, and even though warning was given, it appears the city was not prepared.
Imagine that. A slow government response in Washington, D.C.
Yes, who
I
could
did.
have ever have considered that? Mumbles Carmichael as he enters.
This is not me blaming you, Primogen Carmichael.
Oh, I did not take it as such, but it is still no less aggravating. Especially since some other things have come to light. I'll
For
need to
what it's
confirm.
worth. Good.
I need to confirm them before I start sending out lovely notices. But this might be more than just the Sabbat.
For what it's worth, I've got a good bit of fortitude worked up. So if the bullets start flying and any of y'all need to stand behind something, I'm about as dense as a concrete block these days.
That gets a small huff from Dmitri, who quite literally looks like a flesh-made concrete block.
We just hold Michael's hand.
Some
The
of us do
sandstone
come
hand.
out of the box, this sturdy sir. Not all of us have to work for it.
Blessings of the blood or something.
Give him
Appreciate
that
it.
shit-eating grin.
Um,
Of course.
So,
Yeah.
I have some slightly good news. The one positive of all this is apparently Prince Vitel is missing. Which means one of probably three things. One, he ran. Two, he's compromised. Or three, he is dead. Not that I would wish for such a thing, of course. But this does potentially mean that we are princeless at the moment. And without a seneschal or a sheriff, or really anyone other than other Primogen around, this does pose quite a organizational problem. So I'm going to see what Primogen I can get a hold of, and I'm going to try and rally them somewhere. This will hopefully allow us to enact a blood hunt upon all Black Hand. Not that it shouldn't unofficially be announced already to all of you.
Do you expect blood to be spilled within the Camarilla to fight for these positions?
I expect much blood to be spilt, whether it's Camarilla, Anarch, or otherwise.
A power vacuum could lead to far more casualties than necessary. I hope it does not come to that.
It will be a problem. If Prince Vitel is indeed dead or otherwise, then, and we do have a position open for Prince, undoubtedly Pontifex Dorfman will attempt to supersede that position and become the de facto prince. And there'll be little anyone else can do to stop him. So if we're lucky, he's currently dealing with defending his own home, the Chantry, from anything else going on. He likely doesn't realize that he has this opportunity. At which point it would be ideal if we could get myself, some of the other Primogen, Bjorn, as I loathe to say it, together to have a vote on who should be, at least for the time being, the prince or sheriff to be in charge of war. We already have Regent Taylor here, myself, to get Bjorn. Who else do we need? Sort of pauses and starts thinking. We need to likely get Scott, Mr. Levin, and Mr. Morgan, if they still yet live. Alas, that is... Go ahead.
If you require any assistance, you have my contact. I will... Against the enemy that is the Sabbat, you have near everything I have to offer if it is used in that fight, with an understanding that, again, payment at a later time once blood stops flowing.
I think that can be arranged.
I am going to take one of what I presume to be a shovelhead, though. They may know something, to a secure location and get what information I can from them. In addition to that, anything I find will be forwarded to your contact information as provided. Though, again, I don't expect much. If you require weapons delivered, I can do similar to Mr. Adams and have weapons for mortals delivered in order to secure locations.
We lack a cohesive standing military of any sort outside of our own personal detachments, so I will keep you posted on such. For now, I would advise making way to whatever havens you might have, preferably as a group 1-to-1, but you are adults here, and ensuring their security. I'm going to be heading down into the Warrens soon. If you need to contact me, well, he reaches into one of his many hidden pockets and pulls out a few, cards and offers them out.
We'll take one.
Take one.
Adina, do you take one?
They just stepped away.
God damn it, Megan!
I'm gonna say yes for her.
Alright.
Yeah, I'm also apparently not allowed to leave until she gets back, so...
Yes, and Dmitri, as you say, in your side discussion with Julian, you say, if you can make it work, have at it. You look back, and the Humvee is no longer on fire, and looks to be in more or less good condition. It doesn't look quite right, but it looks functional.
But gets a look at Julian, a slight raised eyebrow, and then it's well, I guess it's yours.
I need something bad enough. I can get it.
He, can I see that it's also one of these goons is,
Correct.
in the car?
Uh-huh.
That gets a, squint look back to you.
Oh, that's mine as well.
Newly acquired.
Within the last minute or so, yes.
Hand comes up, kind of grips your shoulder. It's the pat. I'm glad that we do not end this night, well, begin this night as enemies then.
On that note, when you're done questioning him, before you take his heart or whatever, I'd like to be present. There's more information we can always get out from and we'll tap this like right beneath our own eye.
Oh, you mean the shovel head?
Yes.
Strangely enough, Dmitri reaches into a pocket, pulls out a separate clip of cards, and you get handed. Make sure I don't fuck the thing up. You get handed a card that says Mistress Madja, and it has an address for a. It quite literally just says professional dominatrix on it, and then and it has an address.
We'll look at it for a second.
Unblinking stare.
All right. If it's a call during the day, you'll probably be having someone identified as Xavier speaking.
Oh, we were going to head there now.
Oh, now. Kind of lean back, look at the vehicle. And we can go now.
It will take me some time to get her there. About an hour. Do what you need to do in that time. It shouldn't be far from here.
Can do.
And then Dmitri looks back to kind of the rest of them. Anything else before I leave?
Isadora's gonna kind of look up at Michael like, what like, he said we should stick as a group, but just gestures like, I don't know, you're the security guy.
We are adults here. If they wish to look after their own without our input or otherwise, then they are more than welcome to do so. It is their right. However, it might be wise for us to at least stick together to a point. Even with your munitions, it does little against someone who might be a master of obfuscates or have high control of celerity. That, and if these are the shovelheads, I imagine we'll be finding true Sabbat in the near future, which might be slightly harder to deal with.
Then we will look to Dmitri. I guess. This is to a brain trying to figure out what we could even offer to like come along. I mean, we have interrogation tactics, of course, but
I mean, you literally have a whole chantry. I'm sure during wartime you could probably offer him something.
well, I'm just trying to figure out why we would stick with them more so, I guess.
Information from their captive.
Fair.
Potentially getting
Fair.
armed yourself if you wanted to.
The fact that, as of this moment, it seems like he was one of the only people, at least outwardly, prepared for this.
Fair. Yeah. So I guess she'll look to Dmitri and just like, can we tag along? I can offer information, access to more, access to information and certainly can help with uh, interrogation. I also would just like to know what's going on.
Kind of looks over you, sort of almost bored. And it's the. You are. And he kind of thinks for a second. You're Isadora, correct? The Tremere prodigy.
Your mic didn't pick that up.
Yes.
Nothing being done is free as an independent here. Understand that while I have little issue with you accompanying me, there will be an expectation later of something in return.
Of course.
He nods, looks to Julian. Do you mind providing them transport if we are ending up in the same location?
They don't mind being cold in the car. I don't care.
Looks
If
back.
they complain, they get to walk.
Just shrug, like, do we even get cold?
Yes, you can. You will feel cold in that car.
Oh, I mean, Isadora just shrugs. She doesn't mind the cold. We assume Michael probably doesn't mind the cold either.
No, but you might mind the rain.
Head tilt.
He gestures outside, and it is indeed a downpour outside.
Oh, I mean, nothing I can do about it. It's raining, and it's rain, or stay here and die, or venture out on our own and maybe die, because we got a ride here.
Miss
So-
Zeno, it's called sarcasm, miss.
Oh. Sorry. You kind of have a monotone.
I'm aware.
Mr. Adams, do you and yours require transportation? Or are you going elsewhere?
No, I believe, now that Gary's shoulder is fixed, and my car should still be operable, we will be able to make our way with y'all.
Another dominatrix address card is produced and offered to Gary.
Gary takes it, squints at it, and looks up like, I know you guys keep like a really weird set of things, but is this like? I think this tops it.
Don't be a
Okay.
smartass. It's a cover.
Yeah, but like normally it's a bar or you know what, whatever.
If you are looking for a professional dominatrix, this is in fact a professional dominatrix. However, she will be useful for what I require. And a very quick look to the impices. Do any of them look like they plan to follow?
A lot of them are definitely looking curious, with the exception of these three back here, which I think you can barely see.
Yeah, which just arrived.
Yeah, they're carrying their dead friend. I think they're on their own little mission, and you do have the ones north of you as well. Boop, boop, boop. Who are being led by that elderly-looking man, who is quite tall for as old as he appears. He's about 6'8". He is a tall man. I will reveal them to you in just a moment.
Right. Do I know who any of these people are?
Give me wits politics for one of them.
Difficulty?
Difficulty 6.
God damn. I can't roll shit.
I don't know why I typed O. It's definitely supposed to be who. Stupid.
Are
Wits.
you?
What's my wits specialty? Change of plans. I don't think that applies.
That doesn't quite apply here, but you do recognize Father Ronan Chesterfield here. You don't really know specifically what he's known for, other than he tends to move coterie to coterie and is a decent leader. He leads coteries, usually of younger neonates, and sort of teaches them the way and whatnot. He's just kind of one of those guys. He's kind of an asshole, but not your kind of asshole. He's a little more full of himself. Nonetheless, he does a good job raising neonates.
Alright. Then Dmitri would look to Adina and Cici, kind of point at them, then do a thumb like over his shoulder in this direction. SUV, if you're coming with. And then he would turn, give a bow of his head to the Primogen, step, up this way,
Walk
over,
this way!
so he's not in the way. A kind of nod of his head towards the father with the Father Chesterfield, and then he would make his way to leave.
He'll give a nod back, but sort of, has his head tilted back as he does.
As he is walking away, that's when we'll let the earth body thing fall off. That magic. So it's like I imagine it looks almost like just like shedding dust, but the dust doesn't actually hit the ground as he just like becomes more human looking. And then, yeah. We're gonna move to leave unless other people stop it.
Michael will offer his hand to Zeno.
Yeah, she'll take it.
He will guide her out.
Lauren, you need a ride?
If you're offering, big man. She will,
I'm not
even
going to leave a
before
business
hearing,
partner in a lurch.
even before like you give her a response, she's already like, springing over to you. Right.
All right.
And
All right, whoever else can fit, can fit.
You do see another staked individual being carried by two Nosferatu over here. As they come around the corner, the Reeve and then another Nosferatu and two others behind them.
That sounds like a Primogen Carmichael problem.
For now.
Until they ask for our help, that is a Primogen Carmichael problem. There's a reason we don't have status.
Yeah, yes. You might get some after this.
That's what we're going for.
Well,
you do see simultaneously too little and too many coteries. You do see this woman step up. It's Bonnie. Sort of offers a wave. If that whatever vehicle you're using has enough space, can me and Kiara
you can
hitch a
fit.
ride? You guys seem the most put together out of really anyone else here, so I figured we'd give it a shot. Thanks.
Yep. We'll work something out for a favor later. It's nothing major. Might ask you to go keep an eye out for something for night. But after shit settles.
Yeah. No problem.
Yep.
She does look a little more sheepish than you imagine they would normally act, but they carry on. And I think we'll move everyone to that vehicle. Boop. 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 Do.
I apologize for anyone that's actually in the car, because you're sharing spots in the Shadowlands with my wraiths, so you are feeling ice cold.
On top of getting rained on.
Yep. This is not an ambient temperature thing. This is a bone chilling problem.
And Mr. Adams, you are, I believe, going to your car. I think that's...
Yep, with prisoner in tow.
Oh yes, I forgot you had him. And I think that closes it on this scene. Which means all of you had to roll stamina.
Do we?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
because
we
Cici has perfection thingy.
Oh.
Alien perfection.
Alien perfection.
Damn it, why did I drop my shit? God damn it. The real question. Do we get it with buff or without?
Without, your blood buff should have worn off by now.
I'm crying.
Okay.
Just diff 6, right?
Unless your floss says otherwise.
Wait, would
just
my
a
own
6.
sister have to roll?
Yeah, I don't feel like...
No, Adina does not have to. Owen, Dmitri... Dmitri should have rolled it before, which is fine. So we'll just say that was his
no, this
reaction.
was the first time I met her. Was at the start of this theater thing.
Oh, fuck. Wow, all of you pass. Good job. No one... You all feel really, like, uncomfortable and, like, sickly for a little bit as you're driving back, but otherwise, it seems to pass after a little bit.
I need to make a couple phone calls. I don't know if you want me to just tell you what I'm doing or if we actually want to do this. Because I need to talk to Maja.
You can talk to Maja. Oh, we can make a little scene out of it.
Probably like sat phone in the car. Dial her number. Ring.
Her number or her business's number?
Like her personal number.
Okay. She picks up.
In Russian. Maja, is the home safe?
The home is safe, as was instructed. No one's actually come here yet. Maybe they don't know who or what we are?
That is the intention. 3 of the men are on their way back. They've commandeered 2 trucks heavily armed with machine guns. Many were killed. I am fine. Those that are important are fine. They are on their way back. However, I require your services at your shop.
Getting to my shop right now is going to be a bit difficult. But I can do so for you.
Pick one of your brothers. One of them and 3 of the soldiers. The city is burning, but I believe your shop out of the way enough that it will likely not have been targeted. I will be there before you arrive. There will be guests.
Also, that's your mobile ordnance. I forgot to reveal that earlier. That's the SUV you're in.
Nice.
Minus the lights.
Very nice.
Very well. I will... How about Bronco? He hasn't gotten out reasonably in a good while. What will we be doing if you don't mind?
There is one of the blood, an enemy. I need them interrogated.
Oh, I do love torturing enemies. We have not done that nearly enough. Nor in quite a while.
I need
I'll
this
bring
one
my-
alive. I need this one alive just enough to get the information, after which do as you please.
This will be delightful. Thank you for the treats, especially on such an auspicious day.
Also, I need you to give Iskra a message. 1 crate medium ordnance delivered to reads off the address that was provided by Mr. Adams. Send 2 soldiers, drop the crate, return home.
Is that for tonight or at a later date?
Tonight.
Oh, speedy delivery. Might I suggest we use one of the armored vehicles? Reports are saying that the entire city's on fire, and in fact, I can see it from here.
Armored especially for yourself and your brother. If Kuro finished fixing up the other, feel free to send the delivery in one as well. You take priority.
Oh, don't I always? Right. We'll get things going. There are... Currently, the US military is anti-terrorism units in effect, so do watch out. They might be shooting before they ask questions.
Kind of. There's an audible sigh, and then it's the make sure the soldiers go in low profile then.
Being sneaky, I like that. Alright, understood. Anything else, Dmitri?
No, that is it, Maja. I'll see you soon.
Oh, you shall. Ta-ta. Click.
Like,
Hey,
and then
Ari? Oh,
Hmm.
sorry.
Speak.
Oh, I was gonna say being squished in the car would count for rolling for my phobia flaw. I have claustrophobia.
Not
Claustrophobia
really.
is a garbage flaw, dog.
Oh,
You
I didn't
can-
take the claustrophobia flaw. I took the phobia flaw.
It's so we only have so many people. It's not actually cramped because not enough people took us up on the ride.
Okay.
also on the bright side, it's a Humvee, which means it doesn't actually have real windows or a real roof.
Yeah,
Fair.
this
Never
is
mind.
this is This is not one of the closed-in Humvees we're used to seeing from, like, Afghanistan. This is one of the ones that was used in jungles, so the top is open. That's why I said you're going to
Great.
get rained on.
Ah, I see.
So no, you're good this time, but I do appreciate you bringing it up.
In addition, there's a short remove masks, balaclavas. U.S. militaries out don't need to look like terrorists.
But you are
Just
terrorists.
just to my goods. Look, yeah, but we don't want to look like them.
Alright, so... terrorism aside... we actually move away from Kennedy's place. The greater D.C. area. Welcome everyone to the map. In actuality, you all are technically in here. Well, no, that's purgatory. Sorry. There. Whoop. There we go. You all are in this general area right now. So, at this point, I welcome you all to finishing your first real... I won't say it was much of a challenge, but real scene to all this. This is your first night of absolute chaos, and as you get on the road, you see it. Mostly because the roads are empty for the first time in your entire life being in DC. The roads are empty for the most part. There are some cars that have crashed. There's scenes of violence where other firefights have broken out. And there's scenes of just chaos. Mostly in the distance, as they seem either smart enough or the opportunity just isn't there to create on the road. As you get on some of the higher elevated highway roads, you see literal buildings on fire, and you hear more gunshots, and you're pretty sure you see some shadows flitting from rooftop to rooftop. You even see someone who literally sprints by you. They don't interact with you whatsoever, but they're hauling ass with celerity speeds. And probably more ominously is the sky. Even though it's all but pitch black, you can see swirling as lightning crackles between the clouds, and it's like a cyclone is sitting above the city. The cyclone is massive. It's not like, over one spot like a single tornado funnel. It is a literal giant hole in the sky with lightning crackling through it and thunder raining, or I say raining down. It is vibrating through you with every couple minutes or so. Overall, it feels terrible. The only good thing is you occasionally are only hitting a few speed bumps of corpses on the road. Otherwise, you're not really being held up all that much like you would normally be, stuck in traffic here.
Xander, you've been here for years.
Yeah.
When's the last time the road's been this quiet on either side?
I don't think it's ever been this quiet before. Save for when JFK was shot.
All right. Oh, yes, everyone Xander. Xander, everyone.
That didn't come through on my end. Did anyone else hear that?
I did.
No.
Came through just fine. Who's introducing
Hello,
Xander to
Xander.
everyone in the car?
No, it was mime.
It
It was
was
me that didn't come through.
yeah.
Yeah.
And yes, sorry, Cici. You hear a lot of thunder. You can feel the lightning in the air. The sensation of your the hair on your arms and the back of your neck sort of standing up with how charged the sky is. And Xander looks back at all of you and sort of waves and pulls off the masks and whatnot. Where the hell is it? There we go. The Sancta Custodia mask. Leans back and gives a dumb grin. Yeah, it's been a while since I've had a body. Though I'm liking all the bodies currently in tow. Hey, boss, who are these people?
All right. Well, you remember our girl here, our business associate Lauren.
Oh yeah, the drugs lady, but
Yes, our alcohol distributor. Yes.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
So
Those two, pointing to Kiara and Bonnie. I don't recognize them from Tower Business, so they're probably Mr. Wu's associates.
All right. Bonnie smiles. Kiara keeps her head down, is just staring at the floor, wide-eyed, with her pitch-black eyes. You definitely gets a uneasy feeling about her. Like, even by your standards, this is a really uneasy feeling. The longer you look at her, and you're pretty sure the shadows in the back seat are just like clinging to her. They seem to be slithering about her.
Girls, if that's one of you, knock it the fuck off.
Kiara flinches a little. Sorry.
Oh, that's you. That's you. No, that's fine. That's fine.
I can't control it that well. Sorry.
Lots of questions about that later.
Oh. Alright. I think.
Curiosity, nothing bad. Just not now.
Mm-hmm.
That means that the rest of these are part of the tower. I gave you the basics on the tower and the movement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The towers.
Like your guild.
Yeah. Like my guild. Yeah.
Lauren were helping out because you always help out business partners. The rest of them asked for assistance, so they'll owe us some minor thing later, whatever.
Doesn't that by
By the way,
extension make them business partners now?
they will be new business partners, that is correct. How long they're in business with me will dictate how much I give a shit about them living to see the next dawn.
Oh, brutal. Alright, well. I'm Xander, as my boss introduced. I'm enjoying the new flesh life. He says, and sort of like, he goes to wave and then pauses and like clenches his hand a few times, just like he's
That one's still breathing. Remember to feed it.
Oh, right. How often do I need to eat? It's been a while.
So you're gonna feel this. You're gonna feel this clenching in your stomach, and you're gonna feel tired and dizzy. Feed before that happens.
Ugh. I forgot how demanding being alive was. All right.
Your best bet is probably about every 6 to 8 hours.
6 to 8 hours. All right. Thanks, short stuff. And who's your big guy there?
Oh, this is Michael.
Michael holds out his very large hand, and Xander will take it and shake it awkwardly, like he's still trying to get used to his muscles and whatnot. All right. I like him. He's is it rude to just call him a gargoyle?
That's what he is.
Oh, like legitimately a gargoyle. That's actually really badass. We'll talk about how that works with you all later. But yeah. Anyway, I'm Xander. I have most of this guy's skills and things. I don't really understand it, but the muzzle memory should still be there.
Yeah. You'll pick up more of it as the longer you inhabit that meat sack.
You're also probably gonna need to use the restroom. Just as a reminder.
Oh God. Being alive
And
is
sleep,
so
don't worry.
gross.
We'll set up a journal for you to keep track of that shit.
Yeah, it's been what, 50 years or so, maybe longer. Much longer. I stopped counting after a while.
Water's very important as well.
Oh, we got plenty of that. And he gestures to the rain outside.
Oh yeah,
cups
better
some
yet,
of
don't
it.
drink that. Don't drink that. I don't know where that's been.
The sky.
No, Xander, you know what I mean. I don't know where that's been.
I mean, I guess that's fair. All right, boss. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm gonna relax and remember how to flex all this dumb flesh stuff, and maybe get to enjoy a meal later. Boss, do you have food at home?
Of course. I need to keep up appearances.
Oh,
That
excellent.
means you get to actually cook instead of me throwing it out in the dumpster.
Wait. You don't have anyone that can cook?
I know how to cook, but I'm not going to cook you meals every day. I'll teach you the basics, and you can figure it the fuck out from there.
Okay.
Come on, it's a nice kitchen. Put it to use.
Do you have any
Yeah.
seeds?
I remember my nice kitchens and what I used to put them to use for, and very rarely was it ever cooking.
Do not fuck in the kitchen.
It's not like anything in your house is alive for me to do that. Right?
Oh, that's right, you haven't been in the basement, yeah. We'll talk later.
Isidore looks very uncomfortable. And mildly disturbed. And confused. She has a lot of emotions right now.
Kiara's still staring, down anxiously. Bonnie is looking at him like, what the fuck? Michael's giving him an exasperated, tired look. Fuck, who else did you bring with you? Is that it?
I think that was it.
Lauren?
Oh yeah, Lauren is snickering in the corner. She's just laughing with her, a fist over her mouth, just snickering. As water soaks into all of you. All right, dear Mr. Owen Adams, you're riding with your two pals, and one not really pal in the back who's groaning now as opposed to shallow breathing.
Yeah. We are heading to probably the nearest one of our stores. And seeing what it looks like. I'm guessing we'll have this weather everybody's clearing out, and we'll find it mostly abandoned.
Well, you ride up along the road that leads towards the parking lot, and you look upon it, and God, it has seen better days. This was never one of your premier stores, but it was here to, at least on paper, it was here to help with the food desert in this part of DC. You're going to get tons of people, offering to, sell food here. And, it did its job for a while. And after a while, you had to raise prices a little here and there. And well, it's sort of fallen off a little. But now it's seen much better days. The front sliding doors of the store have been ripped off. And there's a few bodies outside, and you could probably guess it's been ransacked at this point. The good news is the insurance claim on it will be wonderful because of all the charitable events you held here.
He'll just prints a bridge of his nose. Well, at least it's not on fire.
Yet, boss, yet. Don't worry, night could still get much worse.
You jinx me. I'm docking your holiday bonus.
I didn't get a holiday bonus last year. Come to think of it, I don't even think that's in my contract. Are we supposed to get holiday bonuses?
I wouldn't just casually pull out a small stack of bills and just slip it into Callahan's pocket.
Oh.
Merry Christmas.
That is much better. That said, I don't think I'm gonna have much of a chance to spend all this. At least not right now. Anyway, your captive seems to be slowly waking up. Do we want to get him somewhere? Are we following those other people?
We are following our associates, yes.
Alright.
And we are going to then climb into the back towards our captive. Let me double check. What are all of your limitations? No. Use no art check. My core rulebook.
What are you looking for?
Dominating. So making sure I'm coming in powers.
Also, hello everyone that I keep forgetting to say hi to. I'm really sorry. We're kind of really into it right now. Oh, hi, battery. You're low. But I do appreciate you all being here. Hello, Tinkerus. Hello. Furnace, welcome. Sam, Eric, Bailey,
I'm
welcome.
dearly gonna try to make him not hostile whenever he wakes up from his rough handling.
I mean, we can just,
There we are.
tie him up. Got some rope in the back.
Yeah, we're just gonna try to probably command him to be calm.
Might be a bit before he wakes up, but alright. So, what's going on? Can you tell me that, or is that some of the, the city's on fucking fire.
You know how shit always rolls downhill?
Sure, we'll go with that, yeah?
The avalanche has officially hit us. There have been rumors about something that might be happening. I even tried to ring the alarm bell myself, what I could put together. I gesture up. Think of it as a crime wave on steroids.
A crime wave. I mean, I guess if we're in Mexico, it's a crime wave, but having Spanish-speaking military guys just popping up with machine guns mounted on trucks is not what I imagined a super crime wave would look like.
Well, you know what they say about those super predators. They're dangerous these days. Real talk, though. You know what my abilities can do? I can convince people to do things. Just get creative for what somebody motivated to do some real damage could do with that. You won't be far off from the truth.
Right. So, does this mean I get something a little more than sort of, lifts his shotgun, which, does look imposing, but, like, it is just a 12 gauge spaz, and I think that's what he has. A spaz. Shoots
Yeah.
real fast, but, well, against body armor using birdshot, not super effective.
It seems new business associate, Mr. Dmitri, will be providing us with better hardware when we stop by the house. For now, this gives us a safe location to fall back to if needs be. Hopefully, I'll have some fun goodies for you. If you're lucky, you might even get yourself something automatic or explosive.
That would be ideal, I think. Give me a chance to
Well,
actually unload on
then
some people.
pray to the lords of war, and alms deal is above, that he comes through. Otherwise, I will see what I can acquire for you in terms of more exotic ammunition. Though I doubt the National Guard will leave anything too fun. Maybe I can find you some Dragon's Breath or incendiary rounds around here somewhere.
I will wish you luck with that, Smoss. That is, I won't say the rarest thing, but if I know anything about you and yours, that is probably going to become suddenly very rarer.
Yeah, we'll roll the dice on it. Shoot. Can't leave us much worse off than we are now. Well, at least it's not on fire. But I keep telling myself, it'll always be on fire.
Yeah, it's not on fire yet, but in all honesty, the rest of the city is. I can't imagine this is too far off. Gary, what are you doing? He kind of glances over at Gary, who's, on his phone, flicking through a few things. Click, 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 click. Typing in, like, a really old-style text message of, like, just, uh, checking on people. They don't live in, D.C. proper, but I want to make sure, they're safe. Do we need to go? I mean, this place looks empty.
I want to drop in and look around for a minute, see if anybody's inside. If not, it gives us a place to hunker down after we stop by the house. Although, I do not have high hopes that will be intact either.
Oh, I see. Alright, you just want us to wait here?
I kind of wearily eye the car, then carry in the car again. I suppose I will have to drive myself. Yes, both of you wait here. Make sure nobody steals what's left of my product. And don't get yourself shot again. And
So
we'll
how-
drive ourselves back to the house, leaving them at the store.
So you're leaving them there to guard one store?
Well, yeah, just so that way we have somewhere to go if the house is already, destroyed. Because I'm running to the house to see how bad the house is torn up, and then coming back and picking them up, and then seeing, like, if we can even use the house, or if I have to use the store as somewhere to sleep.
I guess I'm
Because
wondering the wisdom of
our
trying to use
Oprichniki friend.
I guess I'm wondering the wisdom of trying to use a superstore as like your temporary haven, because if it's already broken into.
Well, this is under the assumption our house is like on fire or something similar.
Yeah, but still, the store's already been broken into. There's not much security there. At least not that 2 people can hold, I would say, or even 3 with you there.
For right now, we're just trying to. It's basically keeping them there in case there is somebody at the house, and we don't want them getting shot and us. So this is not a permanent thing.
Okay. All right. Are you leaving Mr. Unconscious Boy with them too?
Yep,
Okay.
still tied up and everything.
All right. Dear Dmitri.
Yep.
We will say you are arriving at your home at this point.
You arrive. Excellent. How is the building looking?
Oh, actually, were you? Never mind. Yeah, we'll say you're home.
We weren't going home. Whether
Yeah,
we were going to
Yeah.
Maja's base of ops, which so yeah.
I'm in Maj's place. My bad. So you arrive there, and surprisingly, it's definitely seen some action, but it's more so like it looks like people came in and got dragged out, but nothing is like on fire. It's just the front door is, broken, and there's a little bit of blood on the ground, but as you pull up, you see another vehicle pull up shortly after, and indeed, Maja does step out from said vehicle, looking a little more than annoyed at the states of the front of her establishment. She has this fine man with her, as well as 2 other mooks behind them. Steps up to where the door is hanging off literally a hair of a hinge, sort of kicks it lightly. Well, hopefully all my tools are still there.
Maja, Bronco, both. We will get your shop fixed. Bronco, take them in and clear the area, please.
Yes, sir. We'll do so. Come on. He'll pull out from his jacket just like he has one strapped on one side but facing away, and the other strapped on the other side facing away. He's got 2 MP5 just hidden away in his jacket with straps on his shoulders, and they do have suppressors on them. He unfastens them and pulls them close to him so they're not really noticeable, but out from the jacket so you can quickly wield them as he starts around the block with a few of the soldiers. Marsha simply nods and gestures. Who are your friends?
It's just our car right now, or is the other car here too?
The other car was, I believe,
The
Owen's.
Humvee. Yeah.
Oh, the Humvees? I thought you told them to go home.
No, I mean, I think, yeah, Julian.
Okay.
I think everybody is going to meet here
Yes,
eventually.
yes.
Are we the only ones here right now?
They're not out of their vehicle yet. They seem to be pulling up, so they're not far behind.
He kind of turns, points to Adina, and then Cici. Adina, Santiago, Cici, Santiago. Adina's the one that provided the handgun shipment. She's where Kiro goes to have fun sometimes. And then kind of motions to the back of the car where the staked individual is. Your target will get her awake before long. Motions to the Humvee. Mr. Duncern is in that car. Believe you may have met him. He's one of the other independents. His driver recently acquired. Within that is one by the name of Isodora. She is... kind of waves a hand. Important for reasons I don't care about. Be respectful. And Mr. Adams will be shelling up with his own few men. He kind of glances at the Humvee. There are a couple extras, I believe, friends of Mr. Duncern's. Kind of shrugs. Regardless, none of them will intervene in your work without my permission, or I will deal with them personally.
You have made so many friends recently, Dmitri.
They're not friends.
Oh, come now. You're bringing them here, even if it's for a penny. You're bringing them here. You could have just told them to politely fuck off.
Another of
We're not
important...
friends. Jeez.
Very
glances
nice.
over, then back to back to Maja. Most of them are here because someone important stated staying together was beneficial. It is for future investment. Kind of motions to the two Santiago sisters. Adina is known already, meaning they got priority. Her sister is, well, blind, so it was only fair she was brought with.
Getting more charitable by the day, Dmitri. I'm proud of you. Come on, let's get inside before it gets wetter than it already is. She will make her way inside with a very practiced strut.
We go to the back of the car. Is 2 strength sufficient to throw this woman over the shoulder? You described her as light before.
Yes, you can. She is basically the most of her weight is how much water is soaked into her clothes at this point.
Okay. I'll throw her over the shoulder and follow it, or walk up to the door, and then just do the everyone come on. And then enters.
Julian, you see, you putting the car in park just as just as he is pulling Miranda out from the back of his vehicle, and Xander kind of looks at her quizzically and then looks at him. So, are we going in, or do I stay here?
Your choice if you want to stay here with the girls, or you can come in.
The girls are pretty good company. I can chill out here, boss man.
All right. Send one of them in if one of the eggs starts hatching.
Oh, you actually... Oh, right.
If they start hatching, they needs one of us there to make sure they don't flip out.
Yeah.
All right, kids, everyone out of the pool.
Isadora is furiously writing down all the things you said. Just eggs, girls,
How are you writing them down?
ghosts.
Uh,
In her notepad that she carries with her.
It's raining.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're
she
under
did.
Michael.
yeah.
Look, we're 4'5". We're under everyone.
I guess that's fair. He could use his wing to, keep you
Yeah.
dry.
Yeah. Careful.
Rest of your questions
how
have to be
we're
later.
That's okay.
Michael waits until you're done writing and puts your notebook away before groaning and pulling his wing back so that you guys can get going. Kiara and Bonnie hop out and stretch a little. Kiara sort of folds her hands behind her back and looks around carefully.
You can either come in and
And-
represent the movement or stay in the car.
I think we'll come in if you don't mind. It's, wet and dangerous
I
out
understand.
here.
Oh,
Lauren, you should probably represent your lineage.
Yeah, don't worry. I've got exactly 0 practice being a face, so we'll see how this goes. Hopefully I don't smack anyone.
Xander. Rain can make bodies sick. So, keep that in mind, I guess.
Thanks. So, I don't know what it is, but there's something inside this suit that's, keeping me nice and toasty. It's pretty nice. I don't know what it is. I'll figure it out.
We'll take apart the suit when we get back to the house and figure it out.
Hopefully it's not a bomb.
You watch as his, he goes
Girls,
to say
check the
something.
suit for a bomb while we're inside.
You watch his mouth go. He goes to say something witty, and then he pauses and then looks down at the suit. It's yeah. Ladies, please, I'll strip
Also
down
for
at
trackers.
It is the Sabbat, you know.
Boss, why didn't you think of this before?
Because it's high quality equipment. I don't think they're cheap.
He sort of sits back and has his hands up. He's kind of looking down at himself please don't be a bomb. Please don't be a bomb. Please don't be a bomb. Please, I just got
We'll
the
get you a
body.
new body if it's... We'll get you a new one. It's fine.
Also, shout out to Sam Bailey. Thank you for the 2 subs. Thank you. I do appreciate it.
Oh, hi, Eric.
Yeah, he's been here. He's been yelling at you.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, Eric. I haven't had the chance. Your DMs make much more sense now.
And hello, Vygos. You did it for adoration. It's fine. I know how it is. Right. So, you guys hop out and you head in as well. And actually, I think that's where we'll be pausing for this evening. We want to do the torture and interrogation scenes next session. This was fun. This is good. I like this. It was a little slower, but that's good. Hopefully we'll get into a little more next time, and we will have some more people, some more DMPCs of mine actually getting involved, and you'll get to actually see Maja work. Thank you all for coming. Thank you, players, for being here. I hope you enjoyed yourselves. That was a question to be answered.
Yes, I had fun.
Yeah, it was great
Yes,
fun.
was
It sounded
good
like a
time.
statement and not a question.
That was very much a question. What do you mean?
It sounded like you enjoyed yourself, not did you? I just heard
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, that was a
You have
command.
enjoyed yourself. This is not a question.
You enjoyed yourselves, damn it. You don't have a choice.
Yeah, that's what I thought you
Yeah.
said.
I'm so glad you all came. You enjoyed yourselves, and we're gonna head out now.
That's not
You
how
had
it
so much
is.
fun, lol.
What no one else here knows is you're all tied up and just hooked up to mics right now.
Please help. Send help.
That's hot.
He hasn't fed us in days.
He's so hungry.
I've actually
fed
eaten
you.
twice this game.
I
You
haven't
what?
been fed.
I fed you breadcrumbs last night. What do you mean?
What the hell?
You know what I told you?
Megan,
Breadcrumbs.
Megan stole my breadcrumbs.
Whatever. You don't need them.
He stole my breadcrumbs.
You don't need them. They're
I'm
bad
gonna
for
eat
ducks.
James.
They're bad for
You'll get
ducks.
double diabetes. No breadcrumbs.
Yeah, that's how you give ducks diabetes.
Double baby.
That's what happens when you give ducks bread. They will literally develop diabetes.
Diabetes. Oh, fuck. Okay, before I
Wah.
start dying more. Thank you all for coming. Thank you, players, for being here, and I hope you had fun. And we will see you all for episode 4 next Sunday. Take care. Be safe. Enjoy your evenings and enjoy these. Thank you for the extra sub. Thank you very much. Here, have some hip sways.